add a little beats to it, all right? So step body aerobic is just adding a little elevated surface to help, you know, our workouts in. So we're going to be getting straight to it. So I guess you're ready. I'm ready. Let's go. All right, guys, let's go. So I'm going to be getting myself a music to start with, and we'll get straight to it. So I'm ready when you are. Okay, guys. So get set. Stretch out the body. So first off, we're going to start with regular setup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Very easy. 3, 4. Let's go. 1, 2. Very easy tap. We're starting with basics. Hey, now we'll go faster now. Faster. We'll build up. 2. We're elevating it now. Go. We'll squat it. Sit. Sit. You know it. Sit. 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 Now you break it down. Now put one leg on this one. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now step on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Like I said, it's all about movement. We're going to do the other side. 1, let's go. 1, 2. Let's step on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And 8. All right, guys. We're going to be on the side this way. Okay, guys, you ready? Nice little squat here. We're going to be pushing and tap. Push and tap. Push and tap. All right. 6, 7. Now fold the legs from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Bring it on. We have one more to go. All right. Step body aerobic is so much fun. All right, guys, we're going to be adding to it. We're going to be kicking. All right. We'll kick to it now. 1, let's kick. 1, kick. 2, kick. 3, kick. Add some vibe. 4, come on. 5, you can add some vibe to it. 6, 7, 8. Now fold the legs to the back. 2, 3, let's go. 4, fold up. 5, 6, come on, guys, work it. 7, and 8, back up. 1, 2, fold up last time. 1, go. 2, that's it, guys, enjoy. 3, 4, 5, we're almost done. 6, 7, and there you go. All right, guys, great stuff. Woo! All right, guys, so that's what step body aerobics looks like. All right, we just added a little elevated surface to increase the intensity of our workout. We had a lovely music to get us going into the workout, to make us move. You know, it's going to be very hard to move without the music, right? So whatever you are, just get the music, make it very fun, and your step body with you. Then you have step body aerobics.
It makes me think of
Mike,
whether there's
okay.
a lip print database. You know, there's fingerprints, there's retina scan, maybe there's lip.
Yeah, maybe it might get to a point where you need it. I mean, after all, we asked for BVN and NIN.
Abi.
They work for LIN now. Lip identification number.
Both of them are still identification numbers, but instead of finding a way to harmonize both databases, we're asking for them individually. So maybe you get to a time your fingerprint, your lip print.
They'll say FIN, finger identification, LIN, lip identification.
Well, it's Monday. Normally on Mondays at times we also want to talk about, because it's a whole weekend. There's a lot.
There's a lot, so trying to pick.
Yeah, but just at the same time, just to say that, you know, it's not the best time for everybody. Fuel, scarcity and all of that. Yeah. Talk about protests. At least the president has come out to say that, look, it is everybody's right to protest, but you don't have a right to destroy things. I think that's what everybody's agreed on. Yeah. Everybody's agreed on that. Protest is not a problem. It is the things that come on, the concomitant destruction of properties, and where where you have some elements who decide to use that as an outlet. That's where there are issues. So yeah, that one is.
Meanwhile, in people's houses are also upside down these days.
Yeah, there's a lot of protests.
Climbing everything, climbing the curtains, climbing the wall, breaking things.
Yes, now they are protesting being kept indoors.
Being kept in the house. They're protesting. The kids are protesting being kept in the house without snacks, without all the extra food that was often available, because now people are they're cutting their coat according to the fabric they have and not their size, as it were. But there are so many conversations about things we can do to be intentional with our families during this holiday period. Do you have holiday, any holiday plans for the kids?
So beyond even the holiday, I've always thought that parents generally should be more intentional as to how they treat their children, the things they say to their children, the things they expose their children to. The base of this conversation has to do with a tweet that was trending over the weekend, where a man, well, we don't know the gender of the person, but the person asked a child to put something down, put that thing down, or else I'll beat you. And the girl went, if you beat me, I'll not cry. Wow. When my dad beats my mom, she cries, but me, I will not cry. And so it's actually sparked conversations, because on the one hand, some people were like, my goodness, there's a lot of abuse she's being exposed to. On the other hand, some people were like, okay, maybe the girl is misunderstanding the beating. Oh. Yes, I don't know how to put it well. But wow, so it was actually the conversation. However, the point to bring out of this is children are watching. This holiday season, what are you doing to keep them properly engaged so they do not get into any scrapes? Let me put it that way. Because you may not be able to control what might come out of it. We underestimate children a lot. We think, oh, this child doesn't know this. This child is too little to think this way. But children, they are smarter than you think, and you need to be very careful. You really do need to be.
That is very true. They are smarter than you think. Yeah. They are at an impressionable age. I'm telling somebody that it's easier for a kid to learn how to speak a new language, even than an adult. Yeah. So yes, they can be, and then they observe, and then when they do, they might not want to talk about it, and then they go outside. Another story that someone even told me, this one happened with a family that is separated somehow. Not like separated, but mom is somewhere, dad is somewhere. And then there's somebody that comes to take care of the house. And not like anything. And then the little girl goes to spend time with grandma or something and goes, oh, daddy's girlfriend came this other time. I'm telling you, and not like there was anything like that. This one person comes to clean the house. Exactly. And this is a kid and all of that. And then she goes and talks to grandma. Oh, and then grandma calls grandpa, and then serious fight. You understand what I'm saying? And it was not the girl's fault, because she's a kid, and
maybe they've been telling her, call her auntie this, call her auntie that.
Oh no, it could even be things like maybe the cleaner sits down to have a cup of tea with the grandpa. They talk about things, and so the child remembers, oh, when grandma and grandpa used to be, that's what they do, they gist. So maybe there's something going on.
And it gets to the point where now, the other day I was with my nephew, and he, of course, immediately you jump, the first thing he jumps to is your phone. And then this same guy, a friend came in, deleted WhatsApp off my friend's phone. And she didn't know. It was later, like, wait, what happened? There's no WhatsApp. Was I phone? Just tap it. It taps, and then he even went in front of me. Was in my phone, and then I was watching him. I don't know when Baba entered dark mood, and they went into different places, and then you see the way. No, it's not about tech. Yes, there are people who are tech savvy, but then there's some kind of distraction that the screen offers to kids at this particular point in time, and then now they know how to find a way around it in such a way, and now parents, because of it is actually stressful raising a kid the way we were raised, having to ensure that, oh, you're sitting. And then I know of a friend of mine and his wife who homeschool. I kudos to them. They've been homeschooling. The kids are now like 6, 7, and they've been homeschooling since. That is hard.
Yeah.
It is hard. You understand? But now you get to a point whereby now a lot of kids now do things or find ways around your devices and go around to places where you cannot even monitor what they are doing on these places. And then you get these subliminal messages that a lot of cartoons, YouTube especially, if you are going to use some YouTube, get the app YouTube for Kids.
Yes.
So what happens is that it's not like there are no things that are, there are things that are not, that you wouldn't like there, but the thing is that at least to an extent,
streamlined.
there's a bar to to an extent, they curtail a lot of these things.
Yeah.
But then we know these days cartoons are not just cartoons. If you don't believe in a particular letter, they can be pushing it to your kids. So it's really, so the point is monitoring.
Monitoring and intentionality. So for instance, if you are going to give a device to a child, you specifically need to make sure you've deleted certain things from that device. And you know that this device is only the kid that's going to use it. Never leave an adult device with your child unattended. Never do it.
A lot of people do.
There are older versions of phones, fairly used phones and all that you can get. Clean the phone out. Delete all the social media apps. Put the ones you need in there. If it's films or cartoons you want your kids to watch, download and put them in, or well, get them and put them in the right place you need them to be. Be very intentional. Spend a long time, as if you were, creating, uploading things for yourself. Think about what your kid is watching.
So
I saw a young girl, 11-year-old, with Snapchat. I'm like, what is an 11-year-old doing with Snapchat?
Wow.
So I don't see any issue
wondering.
with an 11-year-old using Snapchat. I'm sorry, but I don't. As long as it's monitored. Some of them use it just.
Tagging.
Some of them use it just for the filters, whatever reason. But I just wanted to say that
that app is a Jezebel app.
Wow.
no, they don't get involved in it. But what I just wanted to say
Don't give your daughter Snapchat.
is that
I don't tell you.
The cartoons that are being shown now are not as engaging as when we were children. And that's the truth. They are not as interesting. When we were children, put a child in front of TV, you are engaged. But now, there are options, but they are mostly crap. And that's the reality.
It is well.
We have to take a break now.
We do. Let's take a quick break. We would love to hear your thoughts, though. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC and tag us #WakeUpNigeria TVCE on Instagram with your thoughts. We'll be back after this.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
Bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you sing your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back to back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment. Only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the top. You need to know what you need waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max.
Late nights on Max FM is where we help you.
Welcome to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen for Monday. And we have something special planned for you today. We have Chef Abiba here, And she is joining us to teach us about how to decorate cake. Now, there are different types of decorations you can use for cake.
Yes.
Which one are you showing us today?
I'm doing buttercream.
Buttercream. Okay. Chef Abiba, talk to us a bit about what you do every day. What sort of cakes do you make on a daily basis? What do you make?
I bake different types of cake.
Like what's
like
your
red velvets, chocolate cake,
chocolate,
coconut cake,
coconut, ooh, okay.
banana cake.
So banana cake and banana bread, are they the same thing?
The difference is not much.
It's not much, eh?
Yes.
Okay, banana cake, banana bread, not much difference.
Yes.
Let's talk ingredients now. I know that a lot of these ingredients are things you can find just about anywhere that they sell baking items, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so this is going to be a process that anyone who wants to cover their cake can do, right?
Yes,
In their
ma'am.
home, right?
Yes,
Nothing
ma'am.
too technical.
Yes.
All right, so what do we need, first of all?
We cream our butter first.
Butter, okay, or margarine.
Margarine. Yeah.
Let me open that for you. We add...
So we are using 250 grams of butter.
250 grams. This
Yes.
is a whole 250 gram sachet
Yes.
I have with me here. Let me just squeeze that out for you. Ah, I'm getting my hands dirty today.
Sorry.
No. Oops, I love it. I love this part. Okay, 250 grams of butter,
Yes.
done.
So we're adding flavor.
Flavor,
So we
what type
cream
of flavor?
vanilla.
Vanilla flavor, okay, go
So
ahead.
we are putting half tablespoon of flavor.
Half a tablespoon of flavor, vanilla flavoring.
Yes.
To the butter directly?
Yes.
Interesting, all right.
So we cream it together.
What are we going to use to cream it? Are we using a spatula?
Let's use the palette knife.
Okay,
So
so
you know how to do it. It's not sharp.
I hear you on that, but we have another one here I can use.
Okay.
Let me just grab it for you. I will be there in a second. Okay, so this is something I love to do at home, and I'm always on my kids about using soft utensils so that the utensils, first of all, don't make any noise in the kitchen. Okay. Then secondly, don't damage my bowls, because I'm so passionate about my bowls.
Yes.
So now we have the butter and the vanilla in there. Is there anything else?
No.
Keep going, keep going. Is there anything else we're going to be adding to this mix?
Okay. We only sieve the icing sugar because of the lumps.
All right, so do we have the
do you have
sieve
sieve?
standing by? I think I have a sieve somewhere here. Let me find it. Let me find it for you. So sieving the icing sugar, why do we need to sieve it? Talk
Because
to us
of the
about
lumps.
that. Because of the lumps?
Yes.
Okay, so while you're mixing that, we're going to show people the ingredients one more time. We have butter. We have vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
What is this?
Color.
Coloring.
Food
What?
coloring.
Food coloring.
Yes.
And then, of course, icing sugar, and then our cake. Let me unwrap this cake. Talk to us about this cake. When did you make this?
Yesterday night.
Yesterday night?
Yes.
What did you add to this cake?
I added flour,
Flour,
sugar,
sugar, okay.
egg.
Eggs. This is a standard cake. I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to stand. Don't worry, I know I'll let you do that in a second.
Okay.
I'm just putting it there for the camera. Ooh, I know you're going to definitely put it back the right way. But let me
I will
look for the
balance it.
sieve while you're doing the mixing. Yeah, so if you don't sieve that icing sugar, you said it gives you lumps.
Yes.
All right. Nobody likes lumpy sugar. Is this a good
It's
enough
okay,
one for me?
yes.
Okay, fantastic. Good. So the cake is already here on standby, ready to be decorated. All we need now is the icing sugar. How much icing sugar am I sieving now? Is it the whole?
1 kg. Yes.
1 kilo.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, the whole pack?
Yes, ma'am.
Seriously? Oh, more the amount of sugar we're eating in this cake. It's not beans. Okay, then. We have, is there any particular thing I need to look out for with the icing sugar? No?
It's only the lumps.
One more time? Okay. So just sieve it out.
Yes.
So if I use ordinary sugar, what happens?
Ordinary sugar.
Yes.
Ordinary sugar is not smooth.
It's not smooth, okay?
Yes.
All right.
But if you want to use ordinary sugar, you will blend it.
Blend it.
Yes, but it still have some ingredient that you will add to
Okay.
it that will give you icing sugar.
What do you think you can add to? You don't want to tell us the secret, eh? Tell us the secret now.
I can tell you behind the camera.
Ah, okay, Chef Abiba has a secret. I have to respect that. And I can see some of the lumps you were talking about in the icing sugar. So you're sieving it to prevent those lumps giving you stress when you're doing the actual decorating, right? All right, so this mixing process, if I had a mixer, it would be faster.
Yes,
right?
yes, this is manual.
Manual. So this is something you could teach your kids at home during this holiday.
Yes.
Buy some icing sugar, get those sachet margarine, and put them to work. Just make sure you have someone ready to clean up afterwards, because even I am making a mess here. But at this point, I'm going to hand it over to Mike and Mary. They are on the couch, and they're ready for us.
All right, let's take a look at the papers this morning. I've got Mike right here with me, and we're going to be looking at what the newspaper headlines are saying this morning. Mike, do you want to take the first one, the Punch newspaper? Okay. I'll start off with the Nation newspaper this morning, all right? The Nation newspaper has this as the big headline, recapitalization. 5 banks in capital markets to raise 1.26 trillion naira. Investors get huge opportunity to expand scope. And then here we also have leave Lagos out of it. NLC tells protest promoters. Hayab tilde others shun agitation. Here we also have Kenneth Okonkwo dumps Obi LP. 2 killed in Boko Haram's attack on police station. Up here we have Kamala Harris campaign raises $200 million in 1 week. Etu Danjuma, others join Nine Mobile Board. We also have this NEF strikes, destroy 12 illegal refineries in Abia and Rivers. And 28 housemates begin chase of 100 million naira. SUV in Big Brother Naija. Still on the front page of the Nation newspaper, CBN clears next of kin to claim funds in dormant account. And finally, reporting indicts private airlines of regulatory infractions. All of these stories you can catch in the Nation newspaper today. And I would say that the one I find super interesting is CBN clearing next of kin to claim funds in dormant accounts. That has always been a big deal. People saying, the regulation says you cannot touch money in dormant accounts, or there are certain regulations that have to take place before you can even access funds of your deceased loved ones.
Exactly. So dormant here, in this case, deceased is a major part of it. And then also there are some other accounts also that the people are even still alive, but they just decided, I don't know, for one reason or two, to not actually use that particular account. So there are reasons like that. And, I think we've had people here at different times trying to tell us that when you put an next of kin in your account, that doesn't mean that they will give whatever money that you have to that person. There has to be another form. I think they were talking to us about it. So we should, people should make inquiries and get to find out what should happen in a case of passing on, what would happen, because if you don't give an instruction to that, the bank takes the money.
Yes, that's it. That's actually the truth.
And like you said,
let's have the next newspaper, Mike. I believe it's the Punch newspaper.
Okay, yeah. US, UK, Canada issue security alerts. Traders fear looting. And this is foreign ministries, foreign missions foresee violence as FG and OB defer on protest sponsors. Fuel rises to 1,300 per litre as depots run dry. Only NNPCL can buy Dangote petrol. And that's coming from Ipman. And SIM linkage. Telcos begin final mass disconnection. Has any of your lines been disconnected?
No. I only have one and it hasn't.
You've linked your NIN? If
I
you've not linked
that.
your NIN, so there are some people that have already linked also, and there are issues.
Yes, I gather so as well, yes.
But one thing is that the telcos have been talking about this for months now.
Yes,
you know, and maybe because of the way we are as a people, we don't tend, and then it's also easy. There's also an online way to link it. Now, I don't know if after disconnection, if it is going to be as seamless as it was before disconnection. I don't know about that. But I know that they had given options for you to sit back at home and link it. You know, that was one of
I
the
believe
options.
there's even the possibility to do it, yes, you're right, at home. Because the reality is you can still use the SIM to make phone calls. I see many people whose lines have been blocked that still make phone calls, just that they cannot receive phone calls.
Oh, they make, well,
yes, they make phone calls with the line.
Oh, so well, you know, because due to the proliferation of WhatsApp now, people are actually even, so some people that their own have been blocked for weeks and they don't mind. They just put on their status, look, WhatsApp. So they make phone calls on WhatsApp, they send messages and they receive messages. And so they don't have so much recourse to the normal telcos or using the telcos as their primary mode of communication.
What I would really like is for them to just let us start, you know, having access to our old lives that we lost. Okay, so moving on to the Daily Independent now. The Daily Independent says 70% forex gains tax shows federal government's lack of creativity, and that's coming from analysts. Here we also have hardship. Peter Obi urges protesters to act within the law, be civil. Here on the front page of the Daily Independent, Benue governor accuses Abuja politicians of sponsoring, supporting bandits. On the front page here, there's also police justify requests for protest details, cite security concerns. APC chieftain Lukman identifies why hardship persists in the country. Sudist monarchs seek Nnamdi Kanu's release, reject protests, push for 2 more states for geopolitical zone. Up here, we see Boko Haram terrorists raid Borno police station, kill officer, 1 other. And finally, Serap sues CBN over failure to account for 100 billion naira dirty notes, others. All of these stories and more you can catch in the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. So go check out the newspapers yourselves, check out what the headlines are saying, and of course have conversations, fruitful ones this week regarding the news. We have to take a break now. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria. Please stay with us.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. Tune in to catch the pulse.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty. My name is Nachika Okeke. My name is Uwi Balogun.
My name is Damilola Banire. My name is Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
Now what you want?
After that day, the man
you not go see him again.
If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as it be.
Men no they ever get in the kitchen. And what we're doing is learning how to decorate cake. Now, this is the part that people don't see, the hard work that these cake makers, bakers go through just to make sure that cake looks perfect for that birthday, for that anniversary, for that celebration. All you guys know how to do is just cut the cake and eat, Abi. Yeah, come and learn how it's done. It's something you can do at home with your kids. This holiday, it's something you could all practice together, and it's one skill that I don't think will ever get old. Chef Abiba, what have we done so far?
We finished doing the buttercream.
You've
finished doing mixing the buttercream.
So basically what we had here was 250 grams of margarine. It was in a sachet. We squeezed that all out, and then we sieved about 1 kilo of icing sugar. So the sieving part was very, dusty, as you can see, but she's adding it cup by cup to the butter, and she's mixing it in little by little. So what would happen if I just poured all the sugar in at once?
It will not be smooth.
It won't be smooth?
Yes.
Okay. Now, 1 kilo of sugar to 250 grams of margarine just feels like a lot of sugar. I have to say, it's making my heart like pump, like palpitate just looking at it. But it is looking very smooth though. Very, very smooth. Doing it by hand is something people have done for many decades. But now, I'm thinking if I had the machine to do it, I could just do that, right?
Yes. Yes, it
will
be faster than this.
Okay. Are we still going in with more sugar? Are we done?
Let's hold on like
We should hold on the sugar. So what's the next thing we should do?
So covering of the cake.
Covering the cake. All right, let's showcase how to cover the cake. First of all, how many inches is this cake?
7 inches.
7 inches, okay. 7 inches and 3 layers.
Yes.
All right. So what are we checking?
So we have vanilla cake.
Okay.
And there's marble cake.
Marble cake.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we need to put that down somewhere. Yes, let me get you a plate for that. You can put that right here. Aha. Fantastic. So the marble, vanilla, and...
Will be at the middle.
Okay, fantastic. So I have this. So what are you doing now? What are you trying to do now? What are we doing?
I want to add butter here. Butter is in
So what, I mean, what did you just do now?
I just scraped the top because the cake is not balanced.
Oh, okay, all right. So I thought maybe you were going to throw away that cake.
No, I'm not trying it.
I have plans for that cake. I have plans for that one that you shaved off. So what you're doing is you're balancing the cake,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. So what about the edges right round? You don't need to balance the
I will
edges.
still balance it.
Okay, all right. So now...
So I will need water.
Water? Yes. Okay, I'll get you some water. Water for the knife?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
All right, fantastic. Let me get some water for you into a mug.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right, so I have some water in a mug here for you. Is this enough? Is that enough, or do you need more?
It's okay.
All right, fantastic. What are we using the water for? Please let me know.
I will use it to smooth the cake.
Interesting.
To smooth the butter icing, rather.
Oh my gosh, did I just get caught on camera eating crumbs of the cake? Sorry, I apologize. It was irresistible. She's balancing the cake out by shaving off the top. I didn't know this was a thing till now. I didn't know people did that. But yeah, we're learning. We are definitely learning. Okay, so that's... Go ahead.
I made a mistake.
Okay, so you want to put the marble cake in the middle and put the vanilla on the top and the bottom. Okay, fantastic. And then she's going to shave off the next bit of cake. And while I plan how I'm going to eat all those shavings and drink some coffee, we're going to hand it over to Mike for the beautiful cake.
Greece. South Africa.
Bonsoir, bienvenue à Paris.
Là j'ai pas le time pour toi.
Kenya.
Kenya.
Je vais te raconter mon histoire, les ambitions, les espoirs, toujours debout, faut y croire. Aux villes lumières, sens-tu la chaleur de notre cœur?
Dis-moi oui. Nigeria.
France.
France.
The whole, what it took to put together this opening ceremony would blow your mind. The funny thing is that when it comes to Olympics, this is one of the least expensive, well over $10 billion, right? But the reason why this opening ceremony might not have been as expensive is that they use what they already have. They use pre-existing facilities. They use the city as a whole. The river sign was the centerpiece of the whole opening ceremony. An opening ceremony that lasted 5-6 hours. It was just something else. It was magnificent. This is not this is a live image. It's not CGI or something. That's a bridge. Those fireworks. It was expansive. I've never seen anything like it. I bet you never seen anything like it. It was massive and all of that. Big shout out to France for that beautiful opening ceremony, which was on Friday night to begin the Olympics. And the Olympics have started. Japan at the moment, as at the last time I checked, that was just an hour ago, because the medal table, of course, changes as it goes. Japan are on top. Australia is in second place. I think US is in third place. But, you know, it'll get to change as the games gradually come and go. Of course, Nigeria were out of table tennis. Aruna Quadri, who is normally one of the top 20 players table tennis in the world, went out in the first round. Quite disappointing. The last time he was at the Olympics, he left in the quarterfinal stage, but this time it's shocking that he went out in the first round. So someone that we might have had a little bit of hope, that's talking about table tennis, Aruna Quadri is already out of the competition. We have, of course, when it comes to Tobi Amusa, who a lot of people will say is our best hope at getting a medal, most probably a gold medal, which we're looking forward to. We've not yet, she's not yet started her races. That will be a little bit much later in the course of the tournament. But the big one has to be that the Super Falcons, of course, just yesterday succumbed to a late Alexia Putellas' superb long-range free kick, which ended world champions Spain a 1-0 win against the Super Falcons in their opening, or it was the second Group C game in the women's football event of the Paris Olympics on Sunday. That was just yesterday. Now, it is now back-to-back defeats for the Falcons. We lost our first match. The Falcons lost the first match, of course, to Brazil, 1-0. And the Spaniards have now made it 2 wins from 2 games. Now, the Falcons will meet Japan up next on the 31st of July, and that is going to be something. Let's talk about the match yesterday. It was a dogged performance. I mean, the Super Falcons defended massively. The Spaniards, of course, were going to have basically all the possession. And then we had our chances. Jibade had 2 clear one-on-one chances. We could have gone up ahead. We could have been 2 goals ahead, even in the first half. Now, I know on Saturday on the Beautiful Game, I spoke about how we stood no chance against the French, right, Le Bleu. But as it stands, you know, it's football, and I remember saying that, of course, it's 11 women against 11 women, and surprises and shocks happen all the time, right? They do happen all the time. At this time, it would have been a shock, but it was not impossible. It was not out of realm of possibility, and we could have done it. Apart from that free kick, which was misjudged and then got into the net, Spain basically had their own chances. Of course, Chiamaka Nnadozie in the Eagles' post was basically the woman of the match. She kept us in that game up until that point where, of course, that particular goal, that particular strike found its way in. But then it's now up to Japan. Japan defeated Brazil in extra time, 2 late goals, 2 goals after regulation time in the 92nd and in the 96th minute, I think, yes. Japan defeated Brazil 2-1, of course, to get their first 3 points in the competition. So it's quite tight. if we're going to start any chance, we need to defeat Japan and then hope that results, that's talking about Brazil and Spain, go our way in such a way that Spain would have to beat Brazil so that we'll all be on 3 points and then to now go to goal difference. Yeah, now go to goal difference and see if we can qualify for the next stage. But we'll just have to beat Japan. With what we saw with Spain, a little bit of attacking movement might just be the difference. But hey, come on, let's see how all of that would play out when we take Japan on the 31st. That will be Wednesday on the 31st of July. Now, moving on from that to friendlies that have been happening. That's talking about preseason games. Rasmus Højlund and new signing Lenny Yoro both suffered first-half injuries as Manchester United lost their opening US tour game against Arsenal in LA. Højlund had given his side a 10-minute lead when he burst onto Marcus Rashford's first-time pass. Then he beat keeper Carl Hen with a shot through his legs, as you can see out there. Well, that was quite the match. Is Højlund going to be ready for this season, considering that he had just taken his number 9 jersey? He's the new number 9. But then Gabriel Jesus leveled with a close-range finish after 25 minutes. And that was the finish. Gabriel Jesus equalizing for Arsenal, 1-1. And, and that was before this goal, and that was the goal by fullback James Scallon, who scored the winner. Yep, that was a goal. Now, after, of course, coming off Martinelli, who got that from James Scallon, who did the work and all of that. Well, that was it. United triumph in a penalty shootout. Well, there was a penalty in spite of whatever happens at the regulation time. They always play a penalty in this kind of games, and of course, Jadon Sancho scored a decisive sports kick to seal a 4-3 win for the penalty. But we're not going to penalty. A normal day, now Arsenal win. You don't need to enter the penalty, but just because it was an exhibition and a friendly game. That's it on Beautiful Game. It's the top of the hour. We'll be back on the flip side.
Hello, Niger.
The time is right because the prize is right here. Be a part of our turbocharged studio audience for a chance to win amazing and mouth-watering prizes on The Price is Right. Visit www.thepriceisright.ng or The Price is Right on social media for more details on how to participate.
Registration is open to all Nigerians 18 years and above. Come on down, Niger.
It's about time.
The Price is Right is proudly brought to you by Smart Cash powered by Airtel.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day.
Start hearing some conversations, you just know. Midlife, is it midlife crisis?
I reject it. I can never have crisis. Beginning of life, middle of life, even end of life will not be a crisis. It's going to be sweet.
Well, this was the end of a discussion we had just before we came on. But good morning and welcome. It's the second lap of Wake Up Nigeria. If you're just joining us, you've missed 1 hour, but we've still got 45 more minutes to go on the show.
Now, you can choose to live your life by drawing lines, like the way we already started that conversation, or you can cross over those lines, find new beginnings, new reasons to live, new reasons to find joy.
It's what Monday is all about, motivation. Someone said it's like a bath. That yes, you need to take it every time, because you wonder, okay, what happened with the last one you did? Well, you just keep on motivating yourself and ensure that, you get to embrace life and choose to live in a world filled with possibilities. And of course, just be the best of you. Just be as great as you can be. I'm talking about being the best and the greats, as great as you can be. We have something going out there, which is you know, quite in a celebratory mood. It's a cake. Titi, of course, was there making it out with Chef this morning. And Mary is now there. How is it going there?
Celebratory mood. It's still the week of our 7th anniversary because it's going to be a week by tomorrow. So we are still feeling all the anniversary vibes. But then, of course, as you can see, this is a very, very buttery icing. I cannot wait to see how this will come on the cake and all the works. I like the pink one as well. But this is very buttery. Looks nice. Like you could just sit down and start licking it and then end up with a lot of tummy ache.
All right. So still on the anniversary.
Yeah.
Now a number of you have reached out talking about your winnings and your gifts. We will come bearing them this week. We have your numbers. We'll reach out to you and we will come bearing those gifts. For those of you who didn't win, you can check out our social media handles. When we do go, you get to see how we went there and all of that. But this week we'll find out. Time will definitely come to get you those gifts celebrating our 7th anniversary.
Speaking of super fans, I met the Danilo twins over the weekend. Big shout out to them. They were really, really happy to see me and the twins. We love fans just like them, and just like you, we have put together all we can for today's show.
All right, my name is Mike Mesakena.
And I'm Titi Oyinson. This is the best platform for you to be watching right now, the best breakfast show on Nigerian TV. You can watch us live from absolutely anywhere through our mobile app. Download it for Google Play or for iOS. All
right, let's get straight into what we have left on the show this morning. Yeah. We've already had some beautiful segments. We've got motivation. Nke Mufonabo, also known as the Harmonizer, will be here for motivation. And our topic today will be talking about optimizing the 4 P's of business, a holistic approach that drives ROI. What's ROI? Of course, that's when it comes to investment and return on investment, a business term.
We have Skido Simba going to perform for us. He has an amazing new single called Baron. It's going to be really interesting to see him perform.
Yeah, nice.
And then, of course, we'll be having the American Playboy join us today. It's going to be an interesting conversation with this particular guest, Babalola Silas.
I mean, this sudden switch and you're singing the same old fool song like your mom. What's going on?
Excuse me? How dare you insult my parents?
Yo, Jimmy Sachs is back. Anybody on?
Motivation is Francis Additional. Yes, that was a mistake from me. Sorry about that. Not the ROI. Some other day we'll talk about your return on investment. Yeah, so I saw something here, quite interesting here. Someone came up and said it's sad to see gospel ministers incorporating trendy and secular musical phrases into their administration. In fact, someone said that, you know, this 1 to 8 trend, gospel ministers are not good. Then I see a video of gospel ministers doing go.
They did.
I saw it.
Actually, what are your thoughts on all of this? And then there's a comment there that somebody mentioned. I'll not mention the second part of the comment because it is quite inflammatory. But he said, why do you want to fight for God? Why don't you leave God to
fight his battles?
But what are your thoughts on this? Yeah, because I find it quite interesting.
So, I feel like gospel ministers right now are trying to find ways to engage the youthful audience. We were at Tape on Friday. Tape, that's the African Praise Experience.
Was there Google there?
So yes, all the dance steps and trending moves, everything they could to incorporate things that the young audience were going to be.
So there was go.
They danced. Yes, they danced it. And guess what? They're bringing younger eyes to to their music, younger ears as well to their music. The days of the very reverent music have gone. That's the truth. Yes, we might have them in distant memory and bring them forward and maybe incorporate some African vibes into them to, you know, bring back the same, it's the same lyrics, just being revamped and engaging a younger audience.
It's actually been the case for decades now. As a matter of fact, I remember when, you know, there was a Christian version of Premier Gao, if you remember. And then, of course, we've had several like that.
Yeah.
And I do not see any problem in them.
Of course.
The thing is this, you have to replace the secular word for me with something gospel that can emphasize it. That's my own. But praise and worship, people dance the same way.
Even the Gwagwagwa story itself was a folktale. And there was nothing untoward about that folktale. Folktales were used in our culture to send messages and tell stories to young people.
We gotta go.
So,
Like,
I don't know.
happens.
Yeah.
So we're checking out the weather.
We should have more time, but
I
some
did
other
not
time
just-
we'll talk about it more, yeah. Let's get the weather.
Okay, so you came back to us at exactly the right time. The application of the icing has begun. So if you joined us earlier, you would have seen Chef Abiba mix together 250 grams of margarine, 1 kilogram of icing sugar, and painstakingly smoothen it into something she could use to decorate this cake. So this is all about teaching us how to decorate the cake. So what is this thing called?
Turning table.
Turning table. So the turning table is spinning around 360 degrees for you to use. And I saw when you were layering the cake and balancing it out, she even at some point used some cake to even, balance it out, or should we say shock it in the places where it could have. You were shocking it. Yes. So that's I was looking forward to those crumbs, and I had a very nice taste of the actual cake itself.
Thank you.
Before it, honestly, and it looks so good. It looks so good. It tastes good as well. But now, this process you're doing, tell me exactly what it's called.
It's called, first, I will first apply a first coating.
Okay.
So as to cover the crumbs.
Okay.
So that the cake will not be stained.
Okay. Go ahead, keep going. You don't have to stop because of me and my questions.
So
all right.
I'm giving it first coating now.
First coating.
Yes.
To fill up all those gaps,
yes.
Cover all the crumbs. So I'm always so, wary of whether you have enough icing to use. How do you know if it's going to be enough or you're going to need more? This is a 7-inch cake, yes?
Yes.
7-inch 3-layer cake. There's vanilla in there. There's also
marble cake
in there.
So vanilla and 1 marble cake.
Fantastic. So if you're trying this at home anytime soon, please don't forget to make a video of it and show us. Now, you're probably seeing some pink icing there as well. Earlier on, we added some food coloring, some pink food coloring to a portion of the icing. We just separated the icing.
So this is the first coating.
First coating is
so
done.
I'm doing the second coating now.
Okay. So this turntable is very key. If you don't have a turntable,
you can't work without turntable.
You can't work without a turntable. Yes. Interesting. All right. All right. So this is second coating. Obviously thicker than the first one. We have 3 colors of icing here. I was talking about the colored ones now. We have pink, we have the yellow cream, And then we also have green in here as well. So this green is going to be used later on. So if you're getting your food colorings, just make sure you get as many colors as you can so that you can decorate your cake. But it's the same amount of icing she's still using for all the colors. So it's not as if you have to mix a fresh set of icing for the different colors. It's the second coating. How many coatings are we doing?
Just 2 coatings.
Just 2 coatings. Fantastic. Ooh, I was a bit scared there. All right, so you have some other utensils here with you that you said you wanted to soak in water. Was there a particular reason why you said you wanted to soak them in water?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you want to put them in water?
Because of the flies. So I will need to rinse it before using it.
Okay, all right, to rinse them.
Yes.
So obviously when you're working with sugary items, it attracts all sorts. Hopefully we won't have any issues. All right, so this pink icing, now when are you applying that?
I will use it for the borders.
For the borders?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I know that everyone is waiting for you to use some of those utensils to see what it looks like. And we have just a few more seconds to show. Is it possible for us to show that now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Fabulous. Okay, so second
this
coat, go ahead.
No, this is scraper.
Okay.
So we use it to smooth.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right, so the scraper goes around the cake like that. And obviously, if you don't have a turntable, this wouldn't be a very smooth process, would it? Aha, that's excess icing there.
We also use this too.
Okay, there's another scraper.
No, it's cake comb.
A comb, all right. Let's see what this does as quickly as possible. Okay, all right. So let's see what this does. Okay, so we're getting there. We are getting there. Woo! And just like magic, our cake is almost done. We're gonna leave Chef Habiba to keep creating magic right here in the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Hopefully you're trying this at home as well. But at this point, we have to take a break.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. You need to award winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a massive way.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go.
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Entertainment for me, first of all, I say it's a vocation. It's work for me. It's a way of life that brings about merriment, relaxation, and it's happiness. It's everything good put together. Anything at all just to make you happy, give you joy, make you laugh, make you dance. Entertainment is a way of life.
or AY?
Entertainment to me is everything. Entertainment is surrounding myself with loved ones, family, watching some good television shows, TV.
Salam Taiwo Okikiola, popularly known as Kiddo Simba, eh?
Entertainment to me is everything. Entertainment is surrounding myself.
But he is an Afrobeat artist, singer, rapper, and a creative songwriter. This morning, he'll be performing one of the hit tracks on his EP titled Grace. Good to have you in the studio with us today. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Fantastic. So how many tracks are on Grace?
5 tracks, actually.
5 tracks, okay. So what informed Grace? Why did you decide to put out that EP?
Yeah, it's been long. I recorded songs and
so you decided to just
yeah, so I just
put out
started
some of
to
your materials.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what? Take it away. Let's hear you. was really nice. I actually like this voice. Okay, it's time for us to motivate you. And today our focus is on the power of the mind of a father, his family, and national transformation. It's the final discussion we're having on motivation for the month of July. And to help conclude this series is Dr. Francis Adeshino. It's so good to have you in the studio with us. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm fine.
You look really serious today. Is it because you're talking about the mind of a man, being a man yourself?
It simply means if you mentor your mind, you will deliver deliberately the life that you desire.
Absolutely.
So going to the topic, the mind of the father is the source of what the family will become. And you will agree with me that the family is the smallest denominator of a nation.
Yeah.
So, if the mind of the father is right, then the family will be right.
True.
Then if you look at the aggregate quality of the mind of the fathers of a nation, male is different from a man. A male is a product of nature. A man is a product of nurture, training. So to become a man, you must be trained to know the rubrics or those things required to have a quality family.
True.
You know, this has been a series. Last episode, we said life is built on 12-dimensional aspect of life, or 12-dimensional masteries, or pillars of life. One of it is family, parenting, and marriage. So every single decision a man makes determines critically. It's a peep into the future of a nation, aggregately.
That's why they say a family is important in a nation. It's
Exactly.
more or less a mini nation.
And the
itself.
father leads that process or the whole. So his choices before marriage is critical. So if he's choosing his wife with the parameters of shape and looks or complexion, then he's making a big mistake. He needs to see beyond
the physical,
the container, but to see a content that will metamorphose into a mother and a wife. So the decision influences a whole lot. It's quite unfortunate that people don't even know the purpose, the principles, and the laws that govern a marriage before they jump into it. It's more than that.
So for an average man now, we're talking about the transformational part. There's a man watching you now that is wondering, okay, maybe he has made the wrong choices or he's about to make a major choice. What are those things he has to know, the things he has to do right to either correct his mistakes or at least make sure the future turns out better than it is?
Yeah. Life is hardwired to learning. The difference between a failure and an achiever is learning and set goals. So he will start from where he is. It's never too late to make a U-turn if you realize you're going on the wrong way. So the first thing is, what do I need to know? What are my expectations and goals? What goals should I set for my family? What goals should I set for myself? What are the achievable or desirable expectations that will make me feel or think that I'm getting it right? So sometimes you need an expert, sometimes you need a mentor, sometimes you need a family that is getting it right, or a man that is getting it right. Life always flows in the direction of a target, a goal. So you can't aim right if you lack a focus. So that's...
Focus is key.
It's key.
There's a lot to learn from this. Even as a woman myself, I've been able to pick one or two lessons that would also help in ensuring that at least one is a good partner to their spouse. And I find that really inspiring. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been a beautiful month listening to you week in, week out, Dr. Francis Additional. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And we appreciate you as well for always watching the motivation segment on Wake Up Nigeria. I'm pretty sure you learned more than a thing or two this month long. We have to take a break. We'll be back in a bit. Just stay with us.
I'm Lunge. I'm a passionate...
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome pioneer Positive Force member, dancing queen of the 80s, non-conformist, Afrobeat historian in her right, and long-standing member of the multiple award-winning all-female show Your View, Omoyeni, Yeni, Anikulapo Kuti, aka YK Power! Ginger,
take it.
Today we'll go here.
Hey, I didn't read you.
Are you sure?
Ha. I know I'm not here to answer questions, I'm here to drink.
We're in trouble today.
Wait till your age.
I was close now.
I
said 1975.
He said 73. He said 75. Vanessa wasn't even born in 75.
So will I drink half?
You go drink. Take. Make I help you. Russian.
No be half.
Which half? You will make me drink. I'll give you a hint.
Lights in no. Nepa Road. Nepa Road in Abeokuta.
First of all, my brain cannot memorize everything.
A big black bug.
A big black dog.
Bug. A big black bug.
Oh, sorry. A big.
It don't start.
Ọmọ fela. Ọmọ Anikulapo Kuti. Wọ́n rò pé kí ni kékeré yìí.
It's by Audison. It's not by Audison. Our final guest of the day, we have Babalola Silas, who is a seasoned Nollywood actor, film producer, and of course a theater practitioner. He's featured in a lot of movies and of course series, including Papa Jasco, Battleground, The Johnsons, quite a number of them. And yeah, American Playboy is his first effort at making his own full feature-length movie. American Playboy. Since we already have that. Okay, let's talk about American Playboy. What inspired the name American Playboy? What's it about?
Well, based on the background of the story, you know. I mean, I have some part of the story that are personal experiences.
Okay.
So, well, it's like, okay, yeah, this guy traveled abroad. It's a general thing that, you know, as a young man, you are growing up. When you get to a stage, you try to chase women and stuff. And when you are broke, you already know that no woman is going to look your way. Yeah, so the background of the story is that, okay, this guy, before he traveled abroad, he had, you know, a couple of bad experiences with women. And, you know, as a creative, I put my creative imagination to work, and that's it.
So you said part of this is also your personal. You have some aspects of your personal story in this. What parts of it where you resonate with you personally?
you know, rejection. You know, you talk to a woman, oh, you know, you're not up to my standard. These, or no, you're not my type of man and stuff. So, yeah.
You've been in this industry for quite a while. Yes, this is your first feature length. But before you got into this, let's talk about your origins and how you started as an actor.
Yeah, I actually started with the Yoruba side of the industry. Back then, we used to have this rehearsal ground around the Fadi. If you remember Alana from back in the days, anybody who has watched them, what's the title of this movie? Agumbaniro.
Okay.
Yeah, the title of the movie is Agumbaniro. Okay. It was produced by Alaron back then. So Alaron owned this like a film school sort of. So that's where we started. Then along the line, of course, my intention was to be able to cut across. But then you need like somewhere,
a platform or something like that.
A platform to groom yourself and stuff. So after getting trained over there, some of our lecturers are like a cut across practitioner. So I was invited to an audition, and that was it. That was how I joined the English side of the. I think that was like 2003, and I've been practicing.
Since this thing you just mentioned earlier, there's been that back and forth, like a battle between Yoruba movie industry and then the English-speaking side. It seems like there's some sort of, should there be that kind of a divide? Because that has been going on for quite a while. You see, at times there's that thing going up against, and people are trying to think, oh, this part, you are not as elite as us, or something like that. There's been that battle going on. Why so?
I don't think I can say much about that, but this is what I think. Having experienced both sides,
yeah,
I think one is more organized than the other, and I don't want anybody to quote me for that. I don't want to be crucified for that. Okay. But like I said, I've experienced it.
Both sides, yeah. So you understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You understand what you're saying?
Like, for instance, when I first started, I went on a location and the experience was horrible. Like it's a Yoruba setting. Like you get on a movie location, there was zero preparation for you as an actor. But then you went on the other side and it's like two different worlds.
Two different worlds.
Like you get there, the preparation is top notch. You have a place to sleep. Like for instance, I don't want to mention it, but I've gone on some locations, like very popular producers.
Okay.
And you were almost wishing the production
welfare was not attended to. Yeah.
You enjoy yourself.
You enjoyed yourself. Okay, wonderful.
And you go on the other side and you're like,
you're wondering
what's going on here.
But now, with Netflix and all the rest coming in, we're now seeing a lot of Yoruba and epic movies that have
coming out.
Yeah, people are putting money into them. And there's quite a number of them now. Do you think that has helped the Yoruba movie or the epic industry as well?
Absolutely.
Because now we see that there's that market in diaspora that is ready to consume most of these movies, which are
content.
Most of this content and all of that. Does that help the industry, as it were?
Absolutely. This is what I think. When you have resources to throw around, you organize better.
Okay.
And at the same time, I think despite the fact that you have resources, if you are a greedy person, you still want to keep more to yourself.
Exactly. So at times it's not even the money you have.
So it's not even the money.
Because you might have little money, but you plan well. And then you might have enough of money, and then, like you said, you keep a lot, and then you find out that you start,
Yeah, because I see here, some producers, people go on their location for shoot, and they still suffer, even though, so to speak.
There's money involved in that production, yeah.
Because the system on the other side is that you help me, I help you. So if you are a producer and I'm a producer and we have this trade by barter thing.
Barter thing. So I won't pay you for your own production. You come and do my own. I come and do your own.
Come and do your own. But now, what about the little ones? Little ones that I mean, not children. Like the ones that are known, the ones that are on your set as extras, the ones that are there because they are just looking for. Because when I was there was a time I was shooting skits. That was the time I realized that there were a lot of people that are looking for
opportunities. Yeah, very true.
And I see people taking advantage.
Taking advantage of them. A lot of it does happen. It does happen.
So
it does happen.
But I've always been this type of person that as much as possible, I like to be fair. If you first of all, if you come on my set, I'll make it clear that okay, money is not really involved, but there'll be welfare.
Okay, at least I'll take care of you.
I'll take care of you. But some people, there wouldn't even be any kind of talks before you just get on the set and you realize that okay, this is how it's going.
This is how it's going to be.
But then I went on a set. You sign a contract. You are going to spend 2 days. This is what you are expecting as your artist fee.
Artist fee.
And when you are leaving everything you agreed on, you go home with.
How just to round up with this kind of, how can there be a standard? How do you, in such a way, how do you root out this kind of producers that take advantage of people in those kind of ways? Is there any way that can happen?
Okay, like for instance, I belong to Tampan, which is more of like the Yoruba side of the industry. I think it's something that only the association will fight for.
Can fight for it, okay.
Yeah.
So they would have to liaise with the producers directly and maybe sanction or something, stop some people from...
Yeah.
You were in support of this my crusade at the nation stage. What suddenly happened? Crusade at the nation stage. What suddenly happened? I mean, there's a sudden switch and you're singing the same old fool song like your mom. What's going on?
Excuse me? How dare you insult my parents?
Yo, Jimmy Sachs is back. Anybody on?
That's what they call it. I just got back.
IJGB. I just got back.
Chef Abiba, thank you so much for your great work. This is the finished cake, everyone. Yay. The little touches of pink and green icing have been added. Those rosettes look so nice. And she's written, "Thank you, Wake Up Nigeria."
Yes, that's what's reading on it.
If you missed it, go ahead and cut. If you missed it, all you have to do is go to our YouTube channel, go to TVC Entertainment on YouTube, search for Wake Up Nigeria, and you will see the whole process of how this cake was decorated right here in our kitchen. And yes, we're slicing a bit for our guest to taste. Yeah, that was lucky. All right, for him to taste and tell us what you think.
There you go.
Please have a taste. This was all prepared right here on the show.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chef
Abiba. Yeah.
So,
just so you know, I'm like a little bit of sweet tooth.
Yeah, sweet tooth.
Oh, you're gonna love this one then.
Okay.
You didn't take it with the icing though.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
We have vanilla marble and vanilla right there. Yeah. And some beautiful vanilla icing as well. Yeah. So please try this at home with your kids. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC and show us your videos. We can't wait to see them.
All right. Yeah, that's it. That's been the show today. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Bye.